Hello learners, my name is Masibulele Mqolo. Today I'm going to teach you accounting. This is a session for grade 12. This is our first lesson. This is our introduction. So let us go to the information that I've prepared for you. I've prepared information that I'm going to give you an overview of your question papers, and as well as the question I took from your previous question papers. So what we are going to do, we are going to take all previous question papers and do our revisions. I'm doing a revision with you using previous question papers. So we are going to start from November 2022 and then go to June 2022, backwards and forth. So one of the things I've discovered is that your question paper is divided into two now. We used to write 300 marks question paper before. So now it is divided into two, into paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 is mainly dealing with financial accounting, or paper 1. And then paper 2 is dealing with fund management accounting, or cost and management accounting, and also SARS. So let us start from financial accounting. Financial accounting is used by chartered accountants. There is a difference between chartered accountant and management accounting. There are CAs here, chartered accountant, and then there are management accountants here. Their bodies that are registered to is you will see chartered accountant CASA, SICA. Yes, they are registered with SICA here. Most of them here, they are registered with CIMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accountant. So, and then we have this side from SARS, which is your vetting here. So depending on the size of the company, the financial accountant and the management accountant duties can be performed by one person, or they can be separated where there is a large, if a company is a big company. So here the main users of these financial statements, which is your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, and other notes to the financial statements, are mainly prepared for external users such as investors and shareholders. So on this side, this one, management accountant, is mainly working with internal users such as managers. So management accounting is mostly found in manufacturing firms, but now it has spread to service companies and other retail companies. But as you will be growing and studying, you will discover that. But for now, you just know that is used in manufacturing. So here you found that you will be asked to calculate your direct material, your direct labor, your variable manufacturing overheads, your fixed manufacturing overheads, depending on the question that is given on that specific time. So here you will be asked to do your income statement, your balance sheet, and your cash flow, depending. Some question it will be going to do the equity part only, do the equity and liability side only, do the asset part only, or you do the whole fund balance sheet. So here there are elements of financial statements: your income and expense, your income and expenses, your assets, they are non-current or non-current, your equity, either is ordinary or preference, your liabilities, either is long-term or short-term liabilities. All transactions that are incurred by the business belongs in here. So it could be an income, it could be an expense, it could be an asset, long-term or short-term, it could be equity, shareholders equity, which is ordinary or preference, it could be liability, short-term or long-term liability. So every transaction belongs in here. Every transaction that you come across, you must know that it belongs in here. Either it's going to go to your balance sheet, or it's going to go to your statement of financial position, which is your balance sheet, or your statement of profit and loss, which is your income statement. That's what I want you to take into account now. So what I've already said, that what I've done, I've just took one question paper, and then we are going to revise that question paper. Starting from its question, I will be dealing mainly with calculations. Theory side, you will be reading the theory on yourselves, but I'm just going to give you tricks on how to do calculations. So let's move to the question that I have prepared for today. The question that I have prepared today, it was question 1.1 on November 2022. This question is found on inventory valuation, where your teacher was telling you about your FIFO and your weighted average. So this question, you should have used that information in order to tackle this question. That was a 5 marks question. That was a 5 marks question. One of the easiest question. I forgot to tell you this. Yes, you can use your study guides to study, just to give you the background of the chapter and the information. But the reason why I'm doing these lessons with you, I want to do revision. You need, if you are doing accounting, you really need to know how question papers are asked, how questions are asked on your question paper, and how are they tackled, how to answer them. If you don't know that, it's going to be a problem for you to pass, because you will have the information, you will have to know how to calculate it, but if the information is given there, you won't be able to use it. You need to familiarize yourself on the structure of the question and the structure of the answers on how to tackle such questions. So this question was on inventory. Inventory valuation. And we were told that there are two methods of evaluating inventory. We have FIFO, we have weighted average. And that question, we were told that the weighted average method is used to evaluate the t-shirt. This business is selling t-shirts. The weighted average is used, meaning that you take the total cost and divide by the units in order to get a unit price. And then the following information, here is the information. I've just copied the information to Excel and then prepared this one. It was like this. I just copied from a question paper and did this tape for you. This was the following information. The stock at the beginning, on 1 March 2021, at the beginning of the year, there were 1,900 t-shirts. Those t-shirts were bought at 660 per t-shirt, and then it was, the total cost is 1,254,000. During the year, they purchased 7,100 t-shirts at 750. The cost changed, and the total cost of these was 5,325,000. So what you do in weighted average, you take the unit cost, and then you multiply it by the unit price, and then you get the total price. And then even the purchases, they did the same thing, and then you get the total, and then the total that you get, the total is the total cost, and then you add those with your opening and then your purchases, and then it give you this 9,000. So in order to get your price per unit, you're gonna need, because it's a weighted average. If it was a FIFO, we knew that this is the one. This was going to be 750, because already this one should have been sold and finished. First in, first out. The ones for the opening should have been sold, and then these ones for that we purchase was going to be priced. But now we are using weighted average. We cannot take this 750. So we are going to need to calculate the cost per unit. So to calculate the cost per unit, we're going to take this 6,579 divided by 9,000 and see how much is the cost per unit. And then our question here says calculate the cost of stock that was damaged. Okay, here we have 9,000 t-shirts that are available for sale, and then we managed to sell 7,750 from that 9,000. And then on storage we have 1,185, and then the remaining balance is, it tells us that it is the one that is damaged. It is the one that is damaged. I hope you hear me here. Let me check let me repeat this. We had 9,000 at the beginning. We purchased 7,100. We ended up having 9,000 t-shirts on storage. During the year, we managed to sell 7,750 t-shirts. And then on storage now, at the end of the year, which is 28 February 2022, we have 1,185. So there is a missing amount here. That missing amount is that one that was damaged. So let's start to calculate the number of t-shirts. Number of t-shirts damaged. I'm sorry, but the background, the weather there outside is not yet good. There's a lot of wind. So we say we have 9,000. We are talking about units here. And then we managed to sell 7,750 t-shirts. And then on stock now we have 1,185. What is it that is missing? What is it that is missing? That is missing is our cost of damage. Is our damage t-shirt. 9,000 less 7,750 less 1,185. And then we are left with 65 units or t-shirts. So those are the t-shirts that were damaged. This is the unit, and the question is need the cost. The cost. So how to get the cost? How to get cost? As I've already said, if it was FIFO, we were going to take this, because we know 7,700 we already sold. Those 600 is included on that 1,900 is already included from that 7,700. If it was FIFO, so we knew that the ones that are left would be here from this 7,700 and from this 7,100, which is cost is 750. But now we are using weighted average. So the cost of so now the cost per unit, per unit. We have already said at the beginning of this session that there is a total cost. Total cost is 6,579,000, and then the total available is 9,000 divided by 9,000. So 6,579,000 divided by 9,000, it's 731. It's 731. So then we can calculate our cost of stock damage now. Cost of stock damage. I'm going to use abbreviation because this case is giving me million times damaged. So we said there are 65 t-shirts, and then the cost per unit is 731 multiplied by 731, and then we have multiplied by 65. Your cost is 47515. This one was the one that you should have calculated. This is the amount that they need, 47,505. So what about if they asked you calculate the cost of stock at 31 at 28 February 2022? So the cost of closing stock, you are going to take this 1185, which is 1,185, and then you multiply it by this 731, which is your closing stock. Your closing stock. If they asked you to calculate the cost of goods sold, there is a unit sold. The cost of unit sold. There is a unit sold of 7,750. Cost of unit sold. There is a 7,750. Also, you minus by that average cost of 731. That is average, weighted average method. And one of the advantages of weighted average method, it decreases the cost per unit. If it was FIFO, the cost per unit was not going to be 731. It was going to be 750, so it's more. But now, since weighted average is used, it's 731. We are going to move to the next question. On our next session, we will be calculating the next question. Thank you for watching this section. Please like our page, subscribe, tell your friends and families who are doing grade 12s that we have started our revision on this side. And then if you have any questions, any comments, just comment, send your comments below, share our videos. Thank you. Let me see you in our next session. Bye.